What's up, niggas? Today is gonna be a more informational type of video. We're gonna get you started on having you build up your physique for the summertime. No, like 2 months off from June. Most people would say summertime really starts in May, but let's be real, it really starts in June, and like we got enough time to get you ready, get you started, and I'm just gonna give you a basic rundown, a basic guideline on how to get yourself to a point where by the time summer comes around, you actually look like a fucking pretty nice looking human being. Not the best, but you're better than the average looking person, and that's what we're trying to go for. So, first thing first, you have to lay out a plan. You have to want to fucking win. Okay? There's no reason in doing any of this if you're not passionate about it. There's no reason in doing any of this if you don't really give a shit about any of this, right? So, right off the bat, you need to make up in your mind that you, not for anybody else, but you want to go out of your way to obtain your dream physique. And once you already set that settle down in your head and you come to terms with, okay, that I'm a fat fuck or I'm skinny as shit, and like, I'm not satisfied with the way I look, and I want to do something about it, once you come around to that, then you need to build up a plan. Now, most people would usually go about it by just being like, okay, I'm going to go online and find out a workout plan. Honestly, screw all that. I don't think you should. Now, some people like the plan, so if you're that person, of course, go for that, but I don't think as a beginner, because this is for like complete beginners. If you're a complete beginner, I don't think you really should be trying to look for everything all at once. What I want y'all to do is just to get in the gym and do what you gotta do. It doesn't matter if you never been in the gym before, you've been in the gym a couple times here and there, just get in the gym. Do that for a week. Just go 5. Just go anytime. Aim for 5, aim for 4. But at the end of the day, just get in there. I need y'all to build up the habit, the regimen. Once y'all got that time frame set up, okay, I'm going 5 o'clock this afternoon. You go ahead, you'll go in. You do whatever the fuck. It doesn't even matter if you say, alright, I'm doing arms, I'm doing chest, I'm doing legs. Just go in and do something. And once you build that up, by the time next week, you start feeling the difference. You start feeling the soreness. And then you're like, okay, now I want to actually fix this up. And then we can start worrying about building up like an actual timetable and an actual workout plan. But for now, the first week, matter of fact, maybe even the first 2 weeks, because honestly, that first week is just going to be trial and error. Especially if you're not having somebody who already knows what they're doing in there with you. You're going to have people in the gym who's going to help you, but at the same time, everybody doing their own thing on top of that. So you can't go into the gym expecting other people to just come around and go, oh, I'm going to stop doing everything I doing just to help you. You understand? So don't hurt your head about what you got to do. Just go in there, do it. Do 2 weeks of that. Make sure you get in there at least 4 or 5 times a week. Some people would say go less than that, but no, I want you to go in there for at least 4 to 5 times out of the week, so you just build up that habit. By the time you get in there for like the 3rd week, then we can start fixing up and smoothing up the edges, okay? You get in there, you start doing what you need to do, and now, this is for when you're already 2 weeks in. How we going to build up the plan? It all depends on what you really want, right? And what everybody wants, truthfully, not everybody wants to look like me, you know? People admire me, people that look at me and go, oh my goodness, you're so muscular and handsome, Michael. I know, okay? I know. But at the end of the day, not everybody wants to look like me. Everybody just wants their own thing. You need to have your own goal in mind. You need to have your own... Like bro, some niggas just want to look like Goku. Some niggas just want to look like Arnold. Some niggas just want to look like they left. They don't want to really look like they got a lot of muscle, but some dudes, it all depends on the person. It doesn't matter who you have in mind, you just need to have that goal in mind. Why I say you need to have a goal is because this is what goes into making your own workout plan. Because the workout plan is what's going to build you towards that goal. It doesn't make any sense that you have a goal in mind, but you don't know how you're going to get there. So you need to figure out what you want and then build a goal around that. So most people, let's say if you're like an athlete, right? You're already doing your sport probably like 3 or 4 times a week. So you're already doing your sport, and now you want to put on some muscle as well. You want to look aesthetically pleasing to the normal human being's eyes, right? So let's say, who's a good looking athlete? I want to say like Ronaldo. Yeah, Ronaldo's probably a good example. Ronaldo, even though Ronaldo isn't like, Ronaldo's fit, but he's not fit for soccer. He's fit for more like of the public. But he's not even like muscular. He's not like overly muscular like a bodybuilder or something, right? But everybody loves that physique because there's like, oh, I'm going to play soccer and I'm going to look just like him. No, no, no. That's not how that works, right? You have to purposely go out of your way to look like Ronaldo. Ronaldo understands that. Of course he understands that. That's like, I'm not going to say the greatest because I don't know anything about soccer, but he purposely works out to look like that for the magazine covers, for his brand. Because he understands that's what makes him sell. So you, as an athlete, right, you're going to have to understand that you doing something like soccer, basketball, anything, any of those sports, cardio intensive, they're going to affect your muscle gains compared to the average person who's just going to the gym, doing a walk every now and then, and that's it. But your gains are going to come in slow. And that's just a fact because you're basically having to play a balancing game between your sport and training on top of that. And that's going to be a lot more recovery. Now, some people may not feel the effects as much as others, but experiment, figure it out. At the end of the day, the main goal is trying to look good for summertime. I'm trying to speed run this. That's what this is all about. So, don't even hurt your head about all those little small things like, oh, I need to hit this specific muscle because do the basic things. The basic things are simply just bench press, squat, deadlift, overhead press. That's the main 4 compound movements you gotta do. That's it. That's it. And this is, remember, this is like 3 weeks in. So don't even hurt your head about this in the first 2 weeks. I need y'all to get on this, get on it smoothly, make sure that y'all can implement it into your lifestyles, and then we can worry about all the advancements in the regimen and all that. So, where was I? So I kind of speed running this video, I ain't gonna lie. Let's go. You build up your goal, you build up your plan. Let's talk about the diet. So the diet, truthfully, it depends on what your physique is already like right now, right? Because if you're a fat ass, you're gonna say, oh, I need a cut, don't I? Yes and no, because you don't want to put yourself in a caloric deficit, which is basically how much food you eat in a day. That's your caloric intake. And a caloric deficit is how much you eat that's under that. So if I eat 2,000 calories a day, that's my caloric intake. And if I drop it down to like, what, 1,800, that's a caloric deficit because it's below my caloric intake, right? You want to be in a caloric deficit so that you can actually start to lose weight. That's the only way you're actually going to lose weight, right? But at the same time, you're going to want the energy to actually fuel your workouts and the protein to actually build up the muscle so that the protein to actually build the muscle and keep you satiated throughout the day so that you don't actually overeat. And fat is just good for cholesterol, good cholesterol fat, like what, your steaks, your butters, all that shit, right? So diet-wise, your main priority should always be protein, no matter what. I don't even care if you don't go to the gym. Protein should be your main thing. Every meal should be built around protein. Like you would look around on Sundays and you would see people just eating like rice, vegetables, macaroni, salad, scalloped potato, beans, and then they would have like one, two pieces of chicken. Like the protein should be the main course, but like things like chicken aren't really that dense. They're not gonna hold you something like beef. I would encourage more people to eat beef. Some people prefer it, some people don't, but I would encourage, if you want to speak on this, if you want to be in a caloric deficit for longer periods of time, you want to lower your appetite, eat more beef. Beef is going to be the one, beef is going to be the main protein that's going to actually keep you in a state of mind that's going to reduce your appetite. So focus on eating beef, higher like dense proteins. Potatoes is a good source of carbs. That's actually gonna like reduce your appetite as well. And rice is good too, but you can actually eat a lot of rice and don't even realize it. That's the biggest thing about rice. Rice actually isn't bad. Rice actually is pretty good, but the problem is people usually end up eating too much of it. So that's why you would hear people come around and be like, oh, I'm gonna take rice on my diet. I'm gonna completely. You know what actually is the main thing people should actually be worried about? It's commercial bread. Bread that you just go in the store and buy. That's gotta be some of the worst shit you could ever eat. Ever. I'm gonna be back. But yeah, man. Just don't hurt your hair too much. That's for the fat farts, right? That's for the people who want to lose weight before the summertime. Alright, so then we just finished talking about what the fat farts need to do. Now we're going to talk about what skinny niggas need to do. And I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sugarcoat this for y'all niggas. Y'all need to eat every single thing in sight. That's not a joke. That's not me being funny. I'm being so serious when I say eat every single thing. You have to remember, what we're trying to do right now is speed run summertime. As it stands, it's about to be made in like what? Couple days. If you want to see results before June and before July, you need to eat every single thing in sight. Okay? And when I mean everything, I mean everything. I need you to be making stops to every single family member house, grab everything in their fridge, make all these concoctions of food, and eat it. I need to see like 4 or 5 types of meals every single day. And most people are going to be like, Michael, how is this maintainable? It's not. It's really not. Right? You got to remember, we're trying to speed run this. That's the main goal about all of this, right? And for most people who really watching this video is mostly fat niggas, right? But we got to look out for the skinny niggas too, because there's nothing worse than being skinny. Like, skinny and bony is like some of the worst physiques you could ever see. Like malnourished niggas. Like that is so. Because at least fat niggas, all they gotta do is just stop eating, right? But if you're skinny, you gotta work. You're basically starting from base zero, especially in the strength department. So your side of this is gonna be completely harder than what the fat nigga has to do, right? But if you persevere, if you keep at it, if you stay persistent, you're gonna get results, and that's what this is all about. It's not really a race, more like a nice concentrated job, okay? But honestly, if you want an alternative to just eating everything in sight and just want a more slow-paced version of this, you could take your time, try to stay away from less processed foods, stay away from the snacks, eat whole foods, but you need to be in a caloric surplus, okay? Because that's the only way you're actually going to gain weight. That's the only way you're actually going to improve your muscle gains. That's the only way you're going to be able to lift the weight that is necessary to develop the muscle, so on and so forth. Do what you need to do, all right? And you should probably be eating well over what you maintain, what your normal caloric intake shit is, right? So back to that 2,000 calories. If you trying to gain weight, aim for like 200, 300 caloric surplus. Track your calories as usual. If your niggas want a plan, my fitness plan, ideal bodyworks workout plans, training plans, meal plans. You already know I'm good for that shit. And let's be real, man. Y'all watching this video, either because you like hearing me talk, either because you like seeing my face, but most of y'all are watching this because guess what? Y'all actually want to do something about the fact that you're fat farts, right? Which is admirable, which is respectable, okay? This is not nothing to be ashamed about. You understand that you fucking up, so you're doing something about it, alright? I'm never gonna get on somebody's ass for trying to change something. I'm gonna get on your ass if you try and then you start quitting and acting like a little bitch about it, but that's another story. As it stands right now, you're going out of your way. The fact that you even clicked on the video shows that you're willing to try and figure this shit out, right? So, you're gonna go ahead, you're gonna do what you need to do. Whether you come to me, or you go online, or you chat GPT the shit, you're gonna go out, you're gonna do what you need to do, and you're gonna achieve your goals. Whether it's this year or next year, you're still gonna get what you need to get because guess what? We're all gonna make it, okay? We're all gonna get to the point where we wanna be at. So, don't hurt your head, niggas. We're all gonna get there. Like, subscribe, comment, do all that shit. And yeah, man, that's time.